Should be recording. Let me just check.
Ready up, mate.
Yep. It's recording. Ready up.
Nice. Ready up.
Right. We're not doing that kind of shit. We are not.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, just know. Oh yeah, I'm the witness.
Okay.
Yo, go.
Well.
Oh, Sherlock Holmes.
Someone make a fucking Hasman Hotel joke.
Alana, are you by chance a space cowboy?
She can't hear you, by the way. Oh, she can hear you, but she can't reply. Also, we don't have the rights to that song.
Yeah, I won't start singing it, don't worry.
Oh no, it's fine if you sing it, but we can't play it.
Can I get you a copyright strike?
The witness.
And let's see what the ovens have.
A used condom.
Okay, that's interesting.
I like the space map the most, I don't know why, because I can throw this thing out to space. Woo!
Yeah,
Kobe.
I just like the vibes from it more.
LeBron James.
We'll
God.
get it fixed then. In a minute.
Really
You
glad you got the reference, Sturdian.
Angel
Oh,
dust?
jeez.
No! Making TikTok
Making
motorcycle.
TikTok motorcycle thirst trap.
Who
Okay.
is this, Lewis?
Sorry. Look at this, yeah.
May the prosecution begin.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, really quickly, I'm really glad you got the reference, Sturdian.
Of course.
Anyways.
Cowboy?
So the first
Cowboy
evidence we
Bebop.
have here is, so obviously the motorcycle thirst traps need a motorcycle to do them on. And we have a monkey's moped found at the scene of the crime.
Objection. You may just
On what
ride a
basis?
motorcycle.
On what basis?
Well,
Jolene, on
also
what basis
have-
of objection?
Oh, sorry. He may just ride a motorcycle. There's no way
Overall,
he means that
Carolina?
he makes motorcycle thirst traps.
actually, on this person's Pornhub recommended, we see multiple, again, thirst traps from girls on his Pornhub doing a bunch of really, explicit stuff on motorcycles, and maybe he wants to emulate that in his videos.
What? The fuck is this case?
Huh?
It's been. I can't take it seriously when I look over and see a fucking man in a diaper. Owie!
It's horrible. I really hate it.
That had to be on your computer, by the way, which means you just have that. I don't want to know why. You don't explain yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Defendant. Prosecutor, are you done with your evidence?
Yeah, go on.
Okay. Your Honor, may I present some evidence? Very much. So, to begin with, I have hold on. I have the defendant. I don't know. I have the guy's Steam account. Now, looking through it, his Steam account contains no evidence of motorbike games or even any driving games. It's got obviously like Rust, and like it has got Call of Duty, but it's not fun. No motorcycles though. No motorcycles.
Actually, well, in result for that, I have a few more bits of evidence that he has a bit of a motorcycle fetish and likes to make thirst trap on motorcycles.
Well-
Can I please present?
Before I can.
Oh, never mind. Depends what's the continue.
No. She can go.
Okay.
In his recent Gremlin commands, we see. Wait, fuck. There they are. We can see that he has really very odd songs. Like, for example, maybe I can hum one. Actually, no, I can't hum it, but I can name them. Railway by Bangtan. What other songs? Just general thirst trap TikTok songs. I don't know. I don't watch many thirst traps, but I can assure you guys that he does. And another thing is that we can see his mock results. And as you can look at them all, he's failing all the GCSEs. I cannot talk. He's failing all his GCSEs, and no person who is educated and smart enough to pass all their GCSEs would be making motorcycle thirst traps on TikTok. So clearly, this guy is deranged enough, and owns a motorcycle, and has shown previous activity.
Objection. How did GCSEs have anything to do with this?
Well, someone who's getting all 9s in their GCSEs would not make motorcycle things. They're not that dumb enough.
And how do you know that?
How do I know that? Well, you're not even someone at all 9, someone who's passing on their GCSEs.
I feel like you're just feeding into a stereotype that all grade 9 students are little geeks who play D&D.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Well, he doesn't. I'm not saying he plays D&D. I'm just saying he's most people who are passing their GCSEs are mentally sane enough not to make weird motorcycle TikTok thirst traps. Is that not a precedent we have already sort of set up, established?
Alright, Your Honor, if I may present some evidence.
You may.
Now, what I have here is his search history. Now, looking through this, I see some sketchy sites. I don't mean pornography. I mean the site that may contain malware. Now, nowadays, deep faking is a very serious crime, and it can happen to anyone. It could happen to your grandma. It could happen to, your mum. I believe that perhaps Mr. Angel Dust here may have gone into a case. May have gotten into a case of deep faking, following his account being hacked on TikTok. Additionally, I have. Hold on.
Can I just object to the statement really quickly? This is all based on speculation. There's no actual proof to back this up. Maybe you went on the sketchy website.
Overruled.
Additionally, I have a fursuit. Now tell me, fursuits, furries,
You have a fursuit?
That's not relevant. Now tell me, how would a furry be on a motorcycle? They're too bulky.
I mean, one thing is that, again, okay, this is all based on speculation, okay? This virus may not have hacked his account, we never know whether it could, we never have any actual proof of whether the malware defaked him and hacked his account. That's just, again, a speculation. And the first
likewise for your stereotype on mock adults.
Guys, order. Let's stray away from the stereotypicalization and the speculation, please. We don't know if he had a virus, and we don't know if the stereotype is true that a grade 1er does do TikTok thirst traps.
Another thing, the fursuit, is quite irrelevant to the case, really, because he could have wheeled the motorcycle over to his position of, his filming area, his staging. That he may not have ridden the motorcycle, and even so, I feel like it probably is possible to ride a motorcycle with a fursuit. I mean, I've never tried it myself, but maybe someone in here has. Julian.
I want to know.
And I'd actually like to call in a witness to the stand, his co-worker, who may have experienced some of his, creepy behaviour.
Oh, hello. Fuck, that's a shit voice. Well, hello. Any questions?
Yeah, have you experienced any sort of troubling, maybe, motorcycle fetish kind of, along the lines of that behaviour, displayed by a good old Angle Dust over here?
Well, I've never explicitly seen him do anything weird to a motorcycle or with a motorcycle, but I have seen him with a wrench and some overalls covered in grease. I'm just saying, I think he might own a motorcycle, and I think he might be fixing her up, if you pardon my French.
Oh, I see. So, our client here does, potentially, but most likely, a motorcycle.
I'm not very close to
Means
the
it's very
guy.
possible.
Makes me uncomfortable.
Assuming this user, I keep on saying user. Assuming Angle Dust here got low mock results, we can only assume that he hasn't got the intelligence to fix up a motorcycle. And I'll tell you, his job is definitely not a mechanic. Is that right?
I don't know what his job is. I don't really talk to him. I think he might be an
It's
accountant,
co-worker thing.
but I think he might just be the
You're
janitor.
his co-worker.
Well, we're co-workers, but well, we're a pretty big company. We sell drugs to
Again,
minors.
maybe he's got a mechanic job on the side. Maybe he's got a really he's a hobby. You know, you don't
As
need
I
to
said,
be
you need a high grade to do that. To get that.
a high
Not
grade.
really.
I mean, you
My
could
brother's
get
a mechanic.
apprenticeships.
He
You don't
doesn't
need-
really have the smarts, but you
Exactly. All
bitch.
you need is the experience in this trade, really. Thank you.
My brain. My beautiful brain.
Are you gonna ask game more questions?
Yeah, I was gonna ask. Can I?
Okay.
Right. Well, no, I think we've heard it here, folks. He's got a motorcycle and he works as a mechanic, which you do not need, all your GCSEs for because, again, apprenticeships,
Okay,
experience.
at the very least, may I bring down his sentence, if you're believing this, with some additional evidence.
You may.
Now, on September 11th, 2001, two planes crashed into the North and South Tower of
Jesus.
Twin Towers. Now, for every American, this was traumatic. Some, it probably even
Defense, relevance.
probably left them with, trauma. Now, I believe that, this selfie of my client Angledust proves he was there to watch the two towers crumble, and clearly must have been left with some serious trauma to make these TikToks. Additionally, 2 empty bottles of VK proves that he is probably intoxicated in the making of these thirst traps. This and the trauma combined may make a man do some insane things. That's all the evidence I can add now.
Actually, I'd like to present one last final bit of evidence just to rebuke that really quickly.
You may.
Yeah, okay, here we have some recent medical records of the client here, and we can see that he's perfectly healthy, no mental illnesses, recorded down, nothing, no explicit trauma that's been diagnosed. Maybe he has something lurking under there that, the doctors don't know about, but from what we can tell, there's nothing wrong with him.
Well, is that all?
Yeah.
That's all I have, Your Honor.
No more witnesses?
I do have a witness.
Would you wish to call them up?
I'd like to call to the stand my witness, the nosy janitor.
You may.
Okay. So this janitor works as housekeeping for my client Angledust's hotel. He stays in occasionally when going to furry conventions. And tell me, did you see him at all riding a motorcycle on the way there?
So I'm riding a furry.
What?
I saw him with a dick in his ass.
That's not relevant at the moment. What I mean is that did
Wait,
my
I
client
want to hear a
arrive?
better description of this. I'd like to hear a better description of this guy with
Fucking pervert.
a furry with a dick up his ass.
Can we talk about this after the...
No,
Okay, well, I'll get back to the important question. Why do all these fucking defendants have why do all the witnesses have a Western accent? I don't fucking give a shit. So, whatever his name was, I'm pretty sure he's fucking furry. I'm not sure if he owned a motorcycle. I think maybe he did. I didn't see much of him. There was a lot of dick, and I might have been sucking some of it. There's
Okay.
also a lot of that. No,
Relevance.
sexist prick.
Right. So.
Yeah, what did this prove exactly?
Yeah, what is it?
Were there any other questions? I don't really know what I'm here for.
Did
proves
you see?
nothing.
Did you see the
I'd
client
like
here
to, I'd
riding a
like to call
motorcycle?
off witness.
Right. Is this
Judge,
all
if
from
you may
everyone?
make the final decision.
I'll make the final
Yeah,
decision.
yeah.
Let's see what I've written down here. So I've got written down. Doing a big time. Steam account, no motorbike games, nor driving games. Rust and Call of Duty. Gremlin commands, railway, e.g. first traps. Mock results, failing big time. Search history, fetchy sites, malware, not porn, deepfakes. Alcoholic on DK. 9/11. Perfectly healthy, no alcoholic.
What the fuck is this case? What have I actually been watching for the last?
Now, what I'm
Half an hour.
thinking is that because of your
Corona.
claim that he's alcoholic, it is not an excuse for his behaviour, and your claim that he is perfectly healthy is relevant because it tells us that he was not on the substance at the time. Now, I'm going to have to make the decision, and this man is guilty.
Yeah.
I tried.
Not angle dust.
Angle.
I'm
Witness.
not gonna bad at the medical
No!
record thing. That was like a dead easy thing to call.
Julian, can I be witness? Thank you.